Oh my God, they're live? They're live? Yeah. Hi. Hello. I This is a really off week stream, huh? What it's been like 2 weeks? 2 weeks since the last stream? And it's not even like the right day to stream. It's freaking off. It's off. I'm like 2 days off. No, but genuinely though, genuinely, oh, it's so good to be back. So good to be back. Okay. Hello. Yes, I have returned from the dead and kind of unplanned hiatus that happened. I Mm. Honestly, my explanation for that is one, my emotional spoons. I mean, I guess I have to explain that. Spoon theory is essentially like, like you have like a set amount of, for example, like spoons like, to set aside for each task. Like, say I have 5 spoons and, uh, um, getting ready to start my day takes 1 spoon. Having to take care of meetings and work takes 2 spoons. That means I have 2 remaining spoons to of energy to deal with whatever I have in the day. So yeah, essentially my spoons were scattered to the winds, and I had a really off week for a bit. And then the the other Tuesday I missed most recently, I was specifically last week's Tuesday I missed. I got taken the hell out by by food poisoning. I mean, technically it's an allergic reaction actually, but eh, whatever. And honestly, the lesson to be learned here is don't eat from a place unless you're 100% certain you're not going to be taken the heck out by whatever you eat there. 'Cause, like, my allergy is not really, common when I get like, cheese allergy. Specifically, it's a cheese allergy, and that's hits me out of, like a roulette wheel. I can it's either, like, really, really mild or, like, severe enough that yeah, it depends on the type of cheese I consume, and even then, it's never consistent from allergic reaction to allergic reaction. Hello, Spooky Mimikyu. Yes, I am live. Surprise. Anyways, I I spent too much time talking about that. Anyways, those are my excuses why I haven't streamed. Lack of spoons, and I was taken out by food. Anyways, so quick thing before we begin. I need to mention this. I didn't forget. I need to mention this. So if you don't know, there's gonna be a strike. They authorized a vote to like see if there's going to be like a strike. There should be a strike on like certain video game companies to ensure like the actors and everything are like well paid and have like working conditions and everything. And so SAG-AFTRA basically allowed that vote to go through. And I believe, let me see, I have to make sure my source is good. I don't want to spread misinformation. Okay, yeah. So as of September 26th, we'll have a decision on whether or not there's going to be a definite strike. And if that goes through, I'm not going to play any major game company stuff like, Genshin or I guess like Roblox and stuff. I will be like playing more indie games and everything, just to like specifically indie games from companies that are like approved by like the strike the strike that like already like have I've agreed to like the um to the conditions set by the union. So I will be carefully looking into that to make sure, I don't cross any picket lines. We do not cross picket lines here. So, that said, I think we can see into this. The title of the stream kind of gives away what plan I had. I'm gonna be honest with you, that reference I did on the stream title is based off a novel, The Duke Who Loved Me. Because I thought it was the funniest freaking thing. Alright, I was gonna do... Where is he? Him. This goddamn clown. There we go. Oh, Paimon?
Death, and the world around us
This is
all
great.
follow a set
I
of
already
laws.
interrupted Paimon. Alright. Fragmented testimony. I should probably stop the tracking on the commission. Wait, it's probably automatically went through.
How's everything going with your thesis?
I should be able to publish it next month. A few days ago, I was worried that I'd have to stop my work on it. Thankfully, that didn't come to pass.
Well, Azar was one of your thesis advisors. Honestly, I was afraid that you might have gotten dragged down as well. How did things get settled?
Yeah, my bad. Our coup kind of caught people by collateral. You know what? Actually, no. I don't apologize for the coup and causing these inconveniences. We freed Nahida. That's the important part.
The newly appointed acting Grand Sage reviewed all of our projects and gave us permission to continue our research.
Acting Grand Sage? That sounds like a new thing.
You figure?
Yeah, I heard that selecting new sages has been taking some time, so he's just filling in. But it's all thanks to him that our research results weren't jeopardized. Once my paper is published, I'm definitely giving myself a long vacation and getting some much-needed rest. Mondstadt sounds like a good idea.
It certainly is. The Angel Share Tavern is one of the best places you can go to get a break.
They're really out of their minds, making Al-Haitham the acting Grand Sage?
Take it easy, Professor. I'm puzzled as well. Just going by qualifications, you're one of our most preeminent scholars. I don't know why they picked a stripling like him.
Fool! Do you think I'm angry because I wasn't chosen for the position? No! It's because I don't understand why they chose him! He was one of my students, but he rarely attended class. When I asked him about it, he retorted that self-study was better use of his time.
Sorry, that's so very like him. I'm glad he hasn't changed.
The brazen arrogance, misery of miseries, for the academia to have him as the acting Grand Sage?
Oh God, Bessie was so pissed off he almost died.
Professor, don't get so worked up. I'll go get you some water.
Psst! Want to hear a secret? I've heard the new acting Grand Sage is from Haravatat.
Really? Who is it?
Someone named Al-Haitham. Never met him myself, but he's a real hot topic right now. Lots of things being said about him. Hard to tell what's true and what isn't, though. There's also a Vahumana scholar who's been in the spotlight recently. They say that he's a likely pick to be one of the next sages.
Wait, Haravatat? Isn't that the badge from Haravatat? Yeah, Haravatat's the gray one. Right? I'm checking. Yeah, it is! How do you not know Al-Haitham? He's one of your alumni.
Oh, is he teaching any courses? Maybe we should drop by.
Ha! Al-Haitham teaching. When heli trolls fly.
Wow. News of Al-Haitham being the acting Grand Sage sure spread fast. Some people don't know who he is, though. Guess he's less famous than Paimon Dot. Some people are saying good things and others bad. Especially that old guy just now. He really doesn't like Al-Haitham.
Wait, the scholar talking to the old guy that got all worked up about Al-Haitham had a green patch. That's Amorta, I believe. That's Tainari's Darshan. Was the old guy who got pissed off Tainari's old master? That makes it funnier.
Hey! Are you okay? You don't look too good.
Please don't collapse in front of me. I'm not medically trained.
The Matra.
Huh?
The Matra?
I'm Ilias. I have to talk to a Matra about something important.
No, don't.
In the
Don't
state you're
collapse.
in? You shouldn't push yourself. Why don't you tell us what happened and we'll pass on your message to Amatra?
And I can refer you to someone from the Amorta Darshan who could probably help you better than I could.
No, I have to tell them myself. They are the only ones I could trust.
Okay, fair. Cyno's very trustworthy.
Sorry, can you lend me your arm? This is an important matter. Failure is not an option.
Okay, sure.
Since you put it that way, fine. We'll take you to Amatra.
Well, why am I getting worried about having
We
to deal with
promised to
this
take
too?
you
I have
to
a doctor right
Amatra,
here.
but we don't know that many, do we?
We know Cyno.
Oh, wait! Cyno should be back at the Academia! Let's
Yeah!
go find him!
Also, new team comp. I love this. I'm getting used to using Tartaglia. He's not as good as a Hydra applicator as I was like hoping to replace Mona with in the Bloom team, but that's fine because he works beautifully in a team with Kai and Diluc. And that's just okay with me. That's perfectly okay with me. I've been going the wrong way. What the hell? Pa allá, vete pa allá. Yeah, because I need my two clowns. I need my two clowns to be... Oh, it was inside? Yes, I need my two clowns to be on the same team. Wait. You're not Cyno? You're not Cyno?
Hey there! Excuse us, but is Cyno at the Academia?
You two look familiar. Are you friends of Mahamatra Cyno? I'm afraid he's out on a mission right now.
No! I wanted to see him.
But if you'd like, I can pass whatever message you might have on to him.
We ran into this guy by the gates, and he seems really eager to speak with Amatra. It sounds like something urgent.
Very urgent. He's about to collapse.
Oh? If you don't mind, why don't you tell me about it first?
Siraj.
Siraj. That name sounds familiar. Isn't he a Vahumana researcher?
Vahumana researcher?
Yes, one of their most renowned, in fact. I hear he's as daring as he is intelligent.
Oh, that's an excellent combination.
There are rumors he'll become Vahumana's next sage. But please continue, good sir. What about Siraj?
I want to report him for conducting a dangerous experiment. He kidnapped me, tied me up, and took me to that horrible cave. Experimental equipment everywhere. I ran as fast as I could, a little slower, and he would have caught me.
There's no rush. Please, take your time. What kind of experiments was he conducting? Where is this cave?
I don't remember.
Huh? You can't remember?
All I remember is Siraj walking towards me, and then my head started feeling weird. It's like a nightmare that I can't recall. I just know that that place is dangerous, and that they must be stopped. Oh, I heard they conduct business in the tavern. We have to hurry.
Even if what you say is... All right. I'll have some of my colleagues look into Siraj. But before that, I would like to administer the Matra lie detector test.
You think I'm lying?
It's just extra assurance.
Please don't take it the wrong way. This is just standard protocol. Sorry, but can you two wait out here a little while? We'll be back soon.
Mhm. Somewhat longer than expected. What?
Huh? Al-Haitham?
Let me bring you up to speed. First things first, Ilyas passed the lie detector test. This indicates that what he said is highly credible. As such, we've decided to launch an investigation based on the leads he provided. Per protocol, this matter was reported to Acting Grand Sage Al-Haitham. After hearing about it, he left a message for Mahamatra Sino and then asked to join the investigation.
Al-Haitham actually taking initiative to get involved into someone's business? Oh god, this is serious.
Huh. It's kind of weird for you to be working with the Matra. Is there a special reason?
You're overthinking things. My interest was piqued is all.
Typical.
Really? I'm unsurprised you have this much free time. In that case, let's join in as well, shall we, Traveler?
Yep.
It's already against protocol for Acting Grand Sage Al-Haitham to participate in this investigation. As for you two...
Haitham! Haitham! Make him let us join.
Oh, never mind. After all, you were the ones who brought Ilyas here. I'll allow you to accompany us, but you have to promise to keep everything confidential.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you worry, our lips are sealed.
Mine are definitely for sure. Paimon, on the other hand...
All right, in that case, I'll fill you in on what we know so far. Ilyas claimed that Siraj will be conducting some business with a Kasharawar researcher at the tavern. This is one of his few clear memories. It seems he stumbled upon this information while escaping.
That's Kave's Darshan.
Incidentally, Siraj isn't at the academia right now. He applied for long-term off-site research 1 month ago. It's close to the time that Ilyas had given, so we've decided to head to the tavern and investigate any suspicious persons.
That's right. Arav, prepare to head out. You two, do as you will.
Aw, he's smiling.
Oh, come on! We already said that we're coming!
I got caught up in the fact that Al-Haitham was smiling to register that what he said was derisive. Okay, let's get to this tavern.
What's the hurry?
Love the automatic doors. I was actually hoping we were going to wrong one. I was hoping we were going to see Sino. Lambad's Tavern? Okay. Oh, this is quite the welcoming party. Very subtle, very subtle.
We're here, Acting Grand Sage Al-Haitham. What's our next course of action? Acting Grand Sage Al-Haitham?
Looks like you haven't read any memos lately. The new Academia decree clearly states that even a sage doesn't have the authority to interfere with the Matra's actions during an ongoing investigation. If your superior were here, he wouldn't be asking me what to do. Instead, he'd be telling me to stay out of the way.
Yeah, Sino would.
You're right. Understood. Then please wait here as we lock down the perimeter and search for suspicious persons. Ilyas, please stay here. Acting Grand Sage Al-Haitham, I'll have to trouble you with the protection of our primary witness.
Sure. though I'd rather he just protect himself.
Hatham! Dude was like minutes from collapsing when we met him. And you're gonna read, aren't you?
He's the same as ever, casually ignoring people just like he did back at Aro Village.
Answering a simplistic question only enables the questioner. Besides, I need him to understand my position clearly.
What do you mean?
Arav has just as many doubts about my coming along as you do. But unlike you two, he's making this matter more complicated than it is, with his considerations like the acting Grand Sage is trying to seize the Matra's powers. That question was obviously bait. The Matra were once under the influence of the sages, and so were often subject to these bureaucratic traps. The test was strictly unnecessary, though. I hope that our exchange will assure him that I won't interfere with their work this time.
Why is this so complicated?
Ooh, playing 4D chess.
This is why I was against becoming the acting Grand Sage from the very first. Titles and rank inevitably make a lot of things more troublesome than usual.
I think he would get along well with Lisa. Both of them are highly acclaimed scholars from the academia, but they both deliberately chose to go to like lower ranking jobs than what people think they're qualified for because they didn't want the complications and the hassle that came with having such a high position. I mean, I think according to one of Lisa's character stories, she was even considered to be like a captain of one of the Knights of Favonius' companies. And Kaya even encouraged like the person who doubted her to duel her. And it's implied that Lisa not only absolutely wiped the floor with that person in that duel, but the person became so convinced of Lisa's capabilities that she repeatedly wrote letters of recommendation to have Lisa promoted to that position. And yet, Lisa is our very own Mondstadt librarian. I don't blame her though. It's that gifted kid burnout. I'm telling you. The reason, probably the reason why Lisa is the way she is and has that view is gifted kid burnout. She is named the most brilliant scholar that the academia has had in 200 years. For a reason. And then there's Haitham. Nah, I don't blame him either though. Ayato and Al-Haitham playing 4D chess. Yeah, no. I love him for it, though. I mean, for Ayato, it's like a necessity. Al-Haitham is just... Al-Haitham is it's for convenience and keeping things level.
Excuse me, acting Grand Sage Al-Haitham.
I'm like waiting for him to be like, okay, just nix the titles.
I've had a question on my mind, and I need to know the answer no matter what. Have we met before?
No. I have no recollection of ever meeting you.
Haha! I thought so too. I probably wouldn't have had anything to do with someone of your caliber.
Is that an attempt at flattery?
Then why did you ask?
Well, for some reason I felt a sense of familiarity when I met you for the first time.
Really? A misperception, perhaps. Or...
Acting Grand Sage Al-Haitham, we've apprehended a suspect.
Siraj?
No, it's the Kasharawar researcher who has dealings with him. His name is Narendra.
Acting Sage Al-Haitham? Wait, can someone please explain what's going on? I admit that I did steal some mechanical components from the lab and sell them, but does something like that really warrant the personal interest of the acting Grand Sage?
Bro, why would you sell yourself out like that? At least wait till a proper interrogation.
What have I got myself into? I know I let greed get the best of me, but please, I promise that this won't ever happen again.
Are all Kshahrewar scholars like this?
I would like to ask him a few questions.
Of course.
Do you know Siraj?
Yeah, that's the name of my buyer. He asked to make the transaction at the tavern, but he never showed up.
Was he aware he was going to be apprehended? No, he probably knew something would have been up. Especially since his would-be subject escaped.
What were the details of this transaction?
He's doing some kind of experiment that seems to require many power generators and electrical components that can only be found in our project. He contacted me in private and said that he'd pay a large sum of Mora if I was willing to put some aside for him, under the pretense of them being defective parts. We had originally agreed to meet at the tavern earlier today to do the trade. I sure didn't expect to get stood up, or run into you all.
My condolences. But also serves you right.
Perhaps Siraj was aware that Ilyas might leak information, so he intentionally didn't show up. Whatever the case, the good news is, regardless of what Siraj was planning, his progress will now be severely hindered by a lack of power generators and electrical components. We still have time to conduct our investigation. Do you have any more questions for the suspect?
No, he's all yours. But I'd like to borrow Ilyas for a while.
Oh, that's fine. We conducted a comprehensive lie detection exam, which showed that he has a genuine case of amnesia. We're not planning to pursue any further breakthroughs on that front. However, I am curious, what do you need him for exactly?
I've read some papers regarding amnesia, and I'd like to try restoring his memories.
I see. We'll be returning to the academia then. I'll leave Ilyas in your care.
Follow me.
They really just let a Haravatat scholar take him? Instead of letting an immortal scholar help out? How will linguistics bring him back? Alright though. Alright, Haitham, I'm trusting you on this.
Siraj didn't show up at the tavern, and Narendra didn't give us any leads. Ugh, that means we're stuck. Al-Haitham, are you serious about seeing things through? Paimon's pretty surprised that you're this interested in the case.
I thought you would have guessed the reason by now.
Bro, just take him down to the chasm and let him vibe there for a bit. That should restore his memories. No! Please, that was a one-time thing with Dainsleif. That was a one-time thing with Dainsleif. And that place is cursed for me now. I don't like going back.
Huh? Paimon has no clue. Hey, do you know?
Do you know Siraj?
Yes. We were classmates.
Okay.
Oh, so that's why you asked to come along when Arav briefed you on the situation. So you're not here because you're interested in the case itself, but because you know the suspect?
You couldn't be further from the truth. But I wasn't expecting much from you to begin with.
Why did you bring it up?
For the time being, all you need to know is that we were once classmates. I became the scribe afterwards while he continued his academic endeavors. He submitted a thesis 1 year ago, and the Grand Sage at the time asked for my opinion. I did not approve of it because it committed one of the 6 cardinal sins by touching upon human evolution.
Oh, God.
From violating matters regarding human evolution to attempting the forbidden and fearing none, the 6 cardinal sins are the origin of all evil in this world. They are also what the sages use as a reference when formulating or amending the rules of the academia. My opinion was that Siraj's research was both overly naive and in violation of various core principles. The Grand Sage took some of my suggestions on board and ultimately decided to reject the application.
So that's why he's buying energy sources and electrical components.
He's most likely trying to circumvent the rules and conduct his experiment in secret.
Okay, so he's trying to Victor Frankenstein this thing.
That sounds super suspicious. Oh, we gotta stop him. Ilias, can you try to remember things again? Maybe something new will pop up.
I'm sorry, but I've already tried many times. And no matter how hard I try, it feels like everything in my mind is shrouded in a thick mist.
It is possible for a person to subconsciously forget some of their memories as a defense mechanism against extreme stress. However, these memories aren't truly lost, but merely sealed away. They can be restored with the appropriate stimulus. Now, try to recall things you care about. They don't need to be related to this case.
Well, actually, I feel like I've forgotten more than just the memories of the time I was kidnapped and experimented on.
Huh?
The kind of person I am, the things I've done. I can remember some things, but I can't recall some others no matter how hard I try.
Dane voice, Lamau mood. No. This is reminding me a bit of oh god, I forgot his name. The lad from Zhongli's second act of his Archon quest. The one who got taken over by Aishtaha for a little bit. That poor guy. Because he couldn't remember anything either. Or so he claimed. Swear, if this dude has like some sort of deity sealed inside of him. Nah, it's probably from whatever Suraj did to him. I'm intrigued to see exactly what it was, though.
But I do vaguely remember that there are two things that I have to do no matter what.
Kunjin, yes. Thank you, Spooky Mimikyu.
Do tell.
The first is to get my paycheck from the academia and give it to my younger sister in Gandharvaville.
I was about to make a joke about how he's a broke student and same, but that's actually so sweet. That's so sweet. Through all like the seal on his memories, he still remembered he needed to care for his family.
I'm not sure about the details, but it seems that I would send money to my younger sister every month to pay for family expenses.
Damn it, I'm attached to another NPC.
And the second thing? What's the second thing?
I can't remember. Sorry, there's just so much I can't recall.
Not unexpected. However, you're the only one who has seen Suraj and knows the exact location of his cave at present. As such, we'll do everything we can to help you regain your memories.
Losing your memories must be really painful. But don't you worry, we'll help you get them all back.
Oh, thank you so much. This feeling, it's more than just pain. I don't know how to describe it. I have so few memories that I don't even have a clear idea of who I am. And my head's always ringing. It feels like I could faint at any moment.
Please don't. You're gonna stress me out.
But amidst all that, it also feels like I've been set free somehow. Nevertheless, I have you all to thank for bringing me what clarity I do have right now. Now, I do remember that I worked part-time at a place in the academia called the Research Preparation Center. That's also where I got my monthly paycheck.
I see. In that case, let's go and find whoever's in charge there.
And shake him down for cash. Oh, I have to go all the way up there. I resent the fact that the academia is like this. Why do they have to be so high up in the first place? What? What? You're down below? I'm going to destroy something. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. My need for destruction and violence has been quelled. I found the objective.
What's the hurry?
This guy. I'm so happy I got him. It's been a trip and a half trying to like adjust to having a bow user on the team. Since I haven't used a bow user on my team since I swapped out Kale for Baiju. Hello.
Oh, Acting Grand Sage Al-Haitham. I've sent this period's research expenses report to your office. Have you taken a look? Are there any issues with it?
I did. Recent research expenses have decreased quite a bit compared to past figures.
Yes, though that is primarily because there are fewer scholars with research needs. But that can be a rather convoluted topic. Might I ask why you are here today?
This NPC is giving me a stress. He reminds me of my father.
I believe you know this individual. His name is Ilyas. He worked part-time here, and he's here for his paycheck.
Oh, yes, of course. Though, Ilyas, where have you been these past few days? That was our busy period, but then you disappeared without a word. Everyone had to pick up the slack.
I'm sorry, something unexpected came up. But I know I've caused trouble for everyone. Is there anything I can do to make up for it?
Sweet boy.
The other researchers have more or less finished your share of the work. However, there is one thing that is yet to be settled. Do you remember Chandra? You were in charge of following up on his off-site research application. He retracted his application a few days ago and canceled his off-site project.
Oop.
He's the 12th person to retract a research application this month. I'd like you to ask him why he did that. Chandra is probably having coffee at this hour, so you can find him at the cafe.
Understood. Then, about my paycheck.
He's going to withhold it until we do this, bet.
I'll pay you in full once you return.
Bruh.
However, make sure you don't disappear without saying anything again. Be considerate to your colleagues and give them some forewarning at least.
Sir, he has Mond, Inazuma, Lua, and Sumeru's hero at his side. Plus the acting Grand Sage. I don't think he's going anywhere.
Is this acceptable, Acting Grand Sage Al-Haitham?
I have no objections.
Cafe. It took me a while to actually. I think my cat is trying to break into the room. It took me a while to actually find and get into that cafe, I think. If it's the place I'm thinking of. Yeah. Yeah. Oh wait, no, it's not. That's not the place where I found the coffee beans.
Elias? Long time no see. What can I do for you?
I heard that you canceled your research project, so I'm just here to ask you why.
Oh, that, it's really nothing special. I just don't feel like going anymore. I'm not the only one who canceled, right? I mean, people have had no motivation to conduct research lately, haven't they?
No motivation to conduct research?
Yeah. Say, who might you be? You look sort of familiar.
Oh, don't mind me. Please, continue.
A little brief moment of panic Al-Haitham had. It's not often I get to have him caught off guard. That was so cute.
Well, with the downfall of the Sages not long ago, many of the projects that they led were put on hold while they were being investigated. With the situation being so volatile, people are picking up random things to do to kill time. No one wants to risk starting any new research until it's clear how things will pan out in the future.
Haitham voice, do not perceive me. Mood. Mood though. Mood though.
When you say how things will pan out, you actually mean what the new sages would have interest in, right?
Sir, I thought you didn't want to be minded.
Wow, talk about blunt. But that isn't the only reason for the lack of motivation to start new research.
So what are the other reasons?
Well, because the Akasha terminal shut down.
Bruh. So because you actually have to put in the work to find your information, you don't want to do it?
I'm sure you're all aware that we require all kinds of knowledge to perform any of the research we do. Back then, the Akasha would respond to any of our requests for the knowledge we needed. It was beyond convenient. We didn't have to spend an extended amount of time studying, so we were able to immediately run various tests and experiments.
I see.
That's the fun part of research, though.
You get it, right? After having had a taste of something so amazing, who can be bothered to manually sift through data and files ever again?
But that's the fun part! You get to categorize it and everything! You get to organize all your information! You get to explore new topics and see different people's points of view in writings! Look, it's always so nice to feel the page, the book page on your fingertips. Especially when the books have like a nice little smell.
There are only a handful of people at the academia who are starting new projects or performing research. Most people are like me, waiting for a recognized researcher to start a project before immediately applying to join.
So you're all freeloaders. Bruh. Exactly. Yes. Thank you, Spooky Mimikyu.
Although our names will be further down in the paper, we'll have a much easier time. We don't have to do most of the mental heavy lifting. All we have to do is focus on our assigned tasks.
I can't see his face and he hasn't spoken, but I just know Al-Haitham's respect for this guy has plummeted. If you think that he's already hit rock bottom, no, Al-Haitham's respect has taken a pickaxe and is freaking carving it down. Freaking carving it down. Oh, that's bad animation. Bad animation. Not bad animation as in terrible, bad as in like this could actually cause problems for people if it catches them off guard. I mean, Genshin Impact already has like an epilepsy warning on it, but like, I wish there was ways we can like tone down some of those features on this thing.
Elias, what's wrong?
I do not like that ringy noise. I do not like that ringy noise.
My head, it hurts.
Elias?
I remember now. I remember what Siraj said to me as he approached. You will become Siraj number 36. Fuse yourself with a consciousness under my control. Think only in accordance with a set module, like a worker bee in a beehive.
Paimon doesn't get it. What does that even mean?
It's what Siraj was researching and the topic of the thesis he had submitted. Collective consciousness and the path of evolution.
What? Collective consciousness?
Siraj believed that by achieving 3 objectives, he could create a collective consciousness in human society and drive humans toward their ultimate evolution.
Well, that's us. Yeah.
First, he would rank test subjects in descending order of ability, with number 1 serving as the overmind. This overmind would then divide tasks into numerous modules and delegate them to the collective's members based on their assigned number and the task's importance. Lastly, this system must support the rapid exchange of information within the collective, or even better, allow its members to share their memories and emotions.
Is that not how Dottore operated with his segments? No, but even then, they each had their own distinct personalities. It's the reason why Nahida was able to manipulate the segment she spoke to get rid of all the other ones. Because he was the greedier one, the more selfish one.
Paimon still doesn't get it. What's the point of all that?
Think of it as linking many minds together and tailoring a given mind's assigned work based on its compatibility. Eventually, everyone's minds will be consolidated into a new form of existence that is both an individual and an organization. Suraj believes this collective consciousness is superior to individual humans.
Whoa. Squishing a whole bunch of people together? Paimon thinks that sounds horrible.
It's just as Al-Haitham said. Suraj gave all the test subjects different numbers. Bigger numbers meant you had a lower rank, so your assigned tasks were less complex, such as being responsible for everyone's basic needs.
Oh, and you are number 36. I'm so sorry.
Smaller numbers were ranked higher, so you'd be given more complex assignments like planning for the future. Suraj referred to me as number 36, and I think that was a low-ranking number.
That was probably why you were able to escape then. I can't imagine he would want to let all the higher up numbers any sort of risk of getting out of there.
I also recall that Suraj said his plan was proceeding very quickly, and that the hive would soon be complete.
Oh no, then we gotta hurry! We have to stop him before it's complete!
I tried my best, but that's all I can remember. I still can't recall where the cave is. I'm really sorry.
Ilyas, best boy, you gave us your best, and this is very useful information.
Take your time. You'll eventually remember it all. However, something doesn't seem right. Some details don't add up.
What's off?
You were only designated as number 36? What a shame. From what I can see, your talents merit a smaller number.
I'm not sure what Suraj's numbering system is based on. Anyway, we're done here. Let's go.
Please, wait. I heard you all talking about Suraj just now. Are you looking for him?
Do you know something?
Huh? Do you know something?
I just said that Al-Haitham.
Well, Suraj is pretty popular as of late. I heard he's gained recognition from a lot of well-known researchers. Supposedly, he's a strong contender for being one of the next sages. There are many who would give up everything to be a part of his research team. I'm nothing special, though, so I doubt I'd get the opportunity. That said, I do know a researcher who received an invitation from Suraj but declined it. Her name is Janaki. If you're interested, you can try to find her. She's usually reading at the pavilion in the garden.
So we have a potential mole here.
No time to lose.
Okay, this is actually genuinely kind of horrifying, though. Janaki. Hello.
Are you Janaki? We'd like to ask you a couple of things about Suraj.
Wait to sneak into it, Paimon.
Ilyas?
Do you know me? I'm sorry, but I don't recognize you.
Lady was about to throw hands, and then she just saw him.
Are you playing dumb with me?
Oh, now she's back to throwing hands.
No, I'm not. I actually have amnesia, so I've lost a lot of my memories.
And? Are you trying to say that I should forgive you just because you've forgotten what you've done?
Huh?
Or are you using the acting Grand Sage as backup to settle things with me? The two biggest loners teaming up. What a terrible thought.
That's enough. There seems to be a dispute between the two of you, but I have no interest in that. I heard that Siraj once invited you to join his project. Is that true?
So, what if it is? Siraj did extend an invitation to me, and I was also interested in his project. I think it was about collective consciousness or something. Anyway, he said that I could be number 45. I refused because I thought that rank was too low.
Respect.
No one wants to be placed at the bottom. Certainly not me.
Ilias is number 36, and Janaki was supposed to be number 45. Ugh, just how many people did Siraj have his eyes on?
Tell me, did Siraj tell you how he assigned numbers?
Yeah. Remember how the sages took advantage of the Akasha and extracted Yana energy from our heads back then? They left a document that records the amount of Yana energy that the Akasha had extracted from each person. I don't know how Siraj got his hands on that document, but he used it as the basis for his numbering system.
I see. He believes that this data can be used to evaluate a person's computing power.
Is it true, though?
Putting aside the validity of the data, it is meaningless to judge individuals based solely on their jnana energy.
At most, jnana energy can only be seen as representing a portion of a person's abilities. Humans are complicated beings, so it is impossible to evaluate them using a single criterion.
See? I knew I couldn't have only been ranked as 45.
What else do you know about Siraj?
That's it. He came to me, I refused, and that was the end of it. Is there anything else you needed? If not, I'm out of here. I've had enough of this eyesore.
Please wait. I still want to know what I did in the past.
You really forgot?
I swear, I don't remember anything.
Paimon can vouch for him. The mantra also said that he truly lost his memories.
I see. You know what? It's better this way. I get angry just thinking about it, so I really don't have the patience to fill you in. All you need to know is that you got a lot of people in trouble back then, including me. That's all I have to say. Goodbye.
So is her beef with him the fact that he was a snitch?
And she's gone. She doesn't seem to like you very much. Do you really not remember anything?
I really don't. But after she said that, I've had this heavy feeling in my chest. I guess I did something really horrible.
Do you want to remember?
Huh?
Even though you're a witness against Siraj in this case, you've also lost your memory. No one can force you to remember if you don't want to. Even if you manage to remember, all you would need to do is feign ignorance and tell us that you tried the best you could, but to no avail.
I'm not sure what to do. Like I said before, for some reason I felt a sense of freedom when I realized I had lost my memories. But I feel like I shouldn't be allowed to go free so easily. I still want to remember everything. What should I do?
I can look up your file. Something that caused trouble for a lot of people in the past must be on file somewhere. Would you like me to look into it?
Yes, please.
All right, then let's return to the House of Dana. We've spent enough time here, and you should go and get your paycheck.
Haitham is so kind. Probably deny it if we brought it up to him, but he's really so kind. Like, even in the Archon quest, he's such a kind and respectful person when he knows the person needs
No
it.
time to lose.
That is the Sanctuary of Suraslana. I do not want to see Nahida right now. I love her. I love her very much. Right. We shouldn't. Right, it's all the way down there. Ugh. Whee! Oh, I'm sorry, Taru. I'm sorry, Taru. I keep making him. Every time he like thuds against the floor, I feel bad. This is not what I wanted to bring him onto my team for. I'm surprised I haven't had to fight anybody lately, though. I'm itching
No
for
time to
combat.
lose.
Haitham, I crave violence.
Let's split up for now. Ilyas, you go and get your paycheck. The rest of you, come to the archives with me.
The audio was different. That threw me off.
We'll meet back here later and then head over to Gandharvaville.
Okay. Thank you all so much.
Relax, Ilyas. Being nervous accomplishes nothing.
That's true. I'm ready. No matter what I've done, I'm ready to face it. I'll also try my best to remember anything else related to Siraj. We'll put an end to all of this.
I'm holding you to that. See you later.
No time to lose.
Wait, oh, hold up. Don't forget Sumeru also has elevators. What am I talking about? They have elevators in the desert pyramids. How come they have an elevator in the House of Dana, but then they can't have an elevator to like bring people up to like to the academia itself? Why do we have to run our way up to the... You know what? Okay, fine.
No time to lose.
We have the teleport waypoints. But you'd figure that they'd allow the scholars to have an elevator. Look at me. Look at me. I'm the Grand Sage of Sumeru now. I'm the Grand Sage of Sumeru now. Okay, enough joking. Speak, Haitham. Oh! Taru! You're almost as tall as Al-Haitham!
A new job, a new challenge.
This is good. This is good.
I wonder what the rest of the Harbingers are up to. Plotting and scheming on an ever grander scale, no doubt.
Okay. The important files from the last few years should all be here.
I was sitting there. Bro, I gotta have Zhongli sit in that chair and nervel it once I get him. Manifesting, you get Hydro Peepaw. You need the Hydro Man. And manifesting, you get him. You really want me to take over the investigating? Okay. Okay, thank you. I feared you were going to sit there and just look pretty and read. Mortis DI has been peaceful recently, and there's nothing out of the ordinary. Okay. About the sleepwalking eccentric. The Taoist Darshan also has an abundance of weirdos. Recently, there's a rumor that a student has the ability to write the heaven-sent thesis. The circumstances are still under investigation. Oh! That's Layla! That's talking about Layla, isn't it? Oh, you're done already?
What's wrong?
Nothing. Anyway, I found Ilyas's file. Let's meet downstairs.
What have I done?
It's okay, sweet boy. Whatever you've done, I will still adore you.
This file indicates that you were once commended by the Academia for your courage and sense of justice. You were considered a hero.
Huh? Me?
Yes. Your instructor was engaging in academic fraud, and you were the one who reported him. Your report was found to be true after a series of investigations, and your instructor was brought to justice by the Matra. This incident caused quite the commotion, and the Academia sent you a commendation. What is it? Are any memories coming back to you?
No, it's just... my head feels like it's being ripped apart again. It hurts.
That's me about my ears.
Did I seriously do that? Then why?
Let's put this matter aside for now. It isn't directly related to Siraj, so there's no need to push yourself over it.
Unless maybe that was the reason Siraj was targeting him in the first place?
I'm sorry. That should have been something good to hear, but my body is instinctively rejecting it. I feel like I'll black out if I try to remember.
And don't.
Take it slow. Recovering memories is no easy task, especially when it involves memories that you don't want to remember. Just do what you think is right.
Thank you. I'm not sure how you're so calm and composed all the time, but it does make me feel more confident about the situation I'm in.
Let's head to Gandharvaville and deliver Ilyas's paycheck to his sister. Come on!
Gandharvaville is where Tainari and Kale are, right? Will I be able to see him? Will I be able to see my child?
No time to lose.
The music here is so nice. I think of all the places in Tibet, the places that have like my favorite music and stuff, I think is definitely Sumeru. I think Sumeru definitely is like the region of Tibet that has my favorite music.
We should be close. Let me think. It should be this way.
A ranger.
Ilyas, what are you doing back here?
Bro, I cannot wait for the Conria OST. Yeah, dude, it's gonna be sick. I can feel it. It's gonna be sick. I know Genshin's previous composer like resigned and stuff, but I still have like such good hopes for like the music that's to come for Natlan, for Sneznaya, and Conria. I have full confidence that it's going to be super great. I'm especially excited for Natlan. I'm very, very excited for the music of Natlan in particular.
Dad, it's nothing. I was just wondering how everyone was doing.
You sure everything's okay? Did they bully you again? It's all right. You can tell us.
I am not going to get used to that. I'm not going to get used to that in the least.
Ilyas, what's wrong?
I'm fine. Just a minor headache. I haven't been getting much rest lately.
Back then, I told you not to be a hero. Look how things turned out. I can't imagine how things are going for you at the academia. We've even been receiving threat letters.
What?
You don't have to force yourself to stay at the academia. You can always come back home.
I'm all right. I just need a little rest.
Ilyas doesn't seem like he wants them to know that he has amnesia.
Well, he doesn't want his family to worry.
Hey! That's enough, you two. Ilyas isn't feeling well. You can keep nagging him once we get home. Ilyas, let's find somewhere to talk. So, how's your headache?
It's much better now. Oh, here. It's this month's paycheck. How's everything at home?
Same old, same old. It's just that everyone's worried about you. Don't mind their nagging. Deep down, they know that you did the right thing. It's just that after hearing a lot of bad rumors about you and seeing all the threatening letters, well, they're mom and dad. Maybe they just want you to conform a bit more.
What in the heck? There's definitely more to it than just him exposing the professor, the person for fraud and stuff. Instructor. I completely forgot what the word was.
Conform.
Conform. Oh, that's the crux of what Suraj wants to do. I feel like he's going to have another flashback.
Yeah. You don't remember? After
Yep,
the
there it
incident,
is.
you... Ilyas? What's wrong?
Ah, I see. I remember now. Don't worry, I remember now.
You're acting a little weird today, you know? Anyway, I understand your decision. But Mom, Dad, and I just want you to be happy. I don't care if you're a hero or not. I just want you to enjoy life and relax more.
Your understanding is a great comfort to him.
Is it? That's good. Are you a friend of his?
More so these two. My name is Al-Haitham, and this is the Traveler in Paimon.
He called us his friends. He called us his friends.
Oh, that rings a bell. At any rate, I feel more at ease knowing that my brother has friends. Would you like to join us for dinner? I just happened to buy some extra food.
Sorry, but I still have things I need to take care of.
Well, that's a shame. Okay, I'll get going then. Take care of yourself, Ilyas.
Don't worry. I won't do anything to make you guys worry again.
You remember now?
Yes, I do. Thanks for that. You know, you don't seem like such a bad person.
Is that your way of conveying gratitude?
Oh, my apologies, but I meant every word. Remember when I asked at the tavern if we had ever met? I said that there was a sense of familiarity, but what I really meant was a sense of loathing.
What? What?
Loathing?
Loathing?
Yeah, but having spent some time with you, I realized that you're not someone I dislike to that extent. Strange, isn't it? Why did I have those thoughts at that time?
My strength is that I don't care about what others think. If you could also develop this quality, then you won't be as bothered by complicated social relationships.
He's smiling. He found it amusing. He found that amusing.
It'd be great if I could think like you. But first things first. I remember where Suraj's cave is now. I'll take you there.
Really? That's great! Paimon remembers that you said there are 2 things that you had to do. We've only checked off 1, right? What about the other one? Are we not gonna do that first?
There are more important things at hand. We have to stop Siraj before he completes his collective consciousness, or it'll be too late.
You're right. Let's head out.
Okay. I think I'll start with these.
We gotta find that cave. It is in Apam Woods. Apam Woods? Whee! I desperately need to fight something.
No time to lose.
I've been itching. Not to Tartaglia on main, but I've been itching to fight something. I need to. I need it. There's been so much dialogue, so much talking and talking and talking. No. Quiero pelear. I want to fight. And I think I got it. I think I got what I wanted.
This is the place.
It's so well hidden. But there's nothing spooky about it. Let's go inside and take a look.
To the secret tavern. Pride and Prejudice? I need Electro. Okay. Haru, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but if only your delusion thing was like playable, then yes, I could have you on the team. We need to have playable delusion child. We need to have playable delusion child. I want to have Electro
Wait
child.
for my signal.
If we can have 2 versions of Dan Heng in Star Rail, we can have 2 versions of child in Genshin. I think it should be allowed. I think it should be allowed. Not just because I would love to have a team with 2 Tarus. Oh my god! I do not wanna. Okay, let's screw around and practice a bit. Okay. Okay. Hey, Spooky Mimikyu, any wisdom to drop on how to Al-Haitham? How do I Al-Haitham?
Here you are.
How does one Al-Haitham? Oh, Door of Resurrection has been activated. Okay, Kaya, Dilu, you're in charge of making sure Al-Haitham doesn't heckin' die on my watch.
Flicker.
Okay, so it's a short range, brief little attack. If I hold, I can teleport. You got soap. This wouldn't have happened if I knew how to use him. Oh.
Weird. It's bigger on the inside than Paimon imagined. Are you sure it's still a work in progress?
Well, after you use a skill to aim, it converts the attacks to dendro damage. Ooh. Okay. Okay, I'm like taking notes. I'm taking notes on this.
Ilyas, do you remember this place? Huh? Ilyas! Where'd he go?
My boy has been snatched!
I don't sense him nearby.
You can do that?
Did he get separated from us? Should we wait here or turn around and look for him?
Paimon, we already turned around to look for him.
There's no need for that. Let's keep moving.
Meet them. You were so concerned about him before. What happened?
Alright. We'll continue in and see if he catches up to us.
We're just gonna let Haitham do that? Ugh, this is why I'm a Kave main. This is why I'm a Kave main. Oh, ew. Ugh. I did not like that. I did
It's
not like
okay,
that.
Ilyas. You've done more than enough for me already.
I don't understand. Everyone knows that Johnny is stealing your research. Why is no one willing to go public with the truth? He shamelessly used your thesis to send in a project application, and whenever the project hits a wall, he asks you for help. Everyone knows what's going on.
Do you know how many people are working on that project? If Johnny was kicked out because of academic fraud, that'd be the end of the project. Too many people would be affected.
But he's obviously taking advantage of you. He throws you the hardest work, and after you're done pulling all-nighters, he struts around with your research data and takes credit for it. That's not right! Why are you putting up with this?
A lot of people warn me to not say anything, and I think they have a point. This is just how things are. All I want is to graduate without any problems. It's okay. He's at least paying me.
Half a year of your time and effort, countless all-nighters, and casual threats and insults, all for a measly 20,000 mora? He's treating people like cattle.
Enough. It's fine. I just need to suck it up and get it done.
Oh, we heckin' stan Ilyas. We stan him.
What's the matter?
You can also plunge attack with the skill with dendro damage. Ooh! Thank you, Spooky Mimikyu. I think I saw a glimpse of Ilyas's past.
Huh? You could read minds this whole time and you never told Paimon?
Paimon, you know I am plagued with the visions. This has happened multiple times in our journey. Paimon, I am plagued by visions. I do not control this.
Of course not.
Thank you, Al-Haitham.
I was also able to see those memories just now. They were probably the ones that leaked out while Ilyas was connecting to the collective consciousness.
Connecting collective consciousness?
See, now, I would have assumed this is because Al-Haitham and I had our own Akasha terminals. But last I checked and remembered, Paimon also had her own Akasha terminal. Why wasn't she able to see that?
It's clear that this place isn't a work in progress. The hive has long been finished.
Oh.
The collective consciousness project is already complete, and Ilyas is now returning to the collective.
So, he tricked us?
Not entirely. Keep walking and you'll see why.
Or you can tell me, you know? You know what, just for that? Just for that? Just for that? You're benched. Tinky? I steal. Ew. Where is the keycard slot? Oh. Why? What kind of security system is this? Why is the key across the room? Tunnel? From the slot? What kind of security system is this? Ah! I see now. Oh! Hello. Wait. You know what? No, I don't see. Seems like it's supposed to be... It's a puzzle. Okay. Okay. I see now. You go here. can steal you and bring it right over here. And you. Ha! Child's play.
I can fight! I can fight!
Waste to the wicked!
Violence! Killing! Alright, we're trying you out.
How bold.
Okay. Okay.
Well now.
Okay, I get it. Okay, I get it. I get it. Okay.
Mind the side effects.
Spooky Mimikyu, thank you for your tips. I can now all hate them. Very nicely.
Here you are.
Let's go. What was that? Wait! I did sword! Oh god, you whopper flower.
How bold. Freeze.
I got you, Haitham, no worries.
Waste to the wicked!
Can I just go overkill on this thing?
Yeah.
Can we move? Can we move? He's burning. You know what? You know what? He's only down to half his health. He's down to half his health, and I had decent coaching. I say this is a job well done. It could have been worse. I thank you, Spooky Mimikyu. We kept him alive thanks to you. It could have been worse.
The doctor will see you now.
It could have been worse, but I could decently Al-Haitham. Not like Child during his story quest where I absolutely fumbled and murdered him twice.
A bitter pill to swallow.
It's completely different from what Ilyas said. This place looks like it's been done for a while.
Yeah, no, Al-Haitham continues to live. For now. Oh?
Contributing to the collective by only thinking to your strengths. How easy.
It's not letting me off.
Al-Haitham. Just thinking of that name fills me with hatred. We must get rid of him.
Try it. Try it. Your life has been spared. I was surprised that the character screen actually panned to him. It's empty. Was that supposed to be Ilyas's place? Oh! Well, that's great. Oh, no, 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 no. Stop, 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 stop.
An entire year's worth of work down the drain. And for what? Your reputation? Do you have any idea how many people you've brought down?
You could have played hero any time. So why couldn't you have waited until the project was complete?
I don't understand what you guys are saying. Are you saying you don't care that Raju jumped to his death?
What?
It's a shame. What happened to him? I thought he was stronger than that.
Are you hearing yourself? What?
Everyone has been working hard to complete the project. He could have endured for a bit longer, but he chose now of all times to...
In any case, we're done with you. Because of your recklessness, the Matra are putting Johnny on trial. This project is done for. None of this affects you at all. But do you know how many people, myself included, needed this project to complete their studies? Now our futures are up in the air. If worst comes to pass, we might not be able to graduate. Do you understand now?
I'm sorry, if your chances of graduation and success depend on someone else being exploited, you all deserve to fail. Man alive, what the hell?
I'm sorry.
Don't be, you did the right thing.
There's no need for an apology. It's not like I'll accept it anyway. You'll pay for this.
I should have thrown hands with her when I had the chance. No, Lumine.
Hey, you're blinking out again. What did you see this time?
Ilias.
Don't jump to conclusions just yet. Save your words for when we see him.
Okay, enough of Al-Haytham's Walmart teleportation. Let's go. Whee! Ugh. Bruh. Wait, are there any chests and stuff? You good? You good? I'm going to steal your key, if that's okay. Now what does he care? He's passed the hell out. Ah, there must be another key. Back there.
Yes.
Missed it. I was clowning on Al-Haytham's teleportation, and I missed it.
Just in case, why don't we take both keys with us?
Paimon, how am I supposed to do that? You know what? Let's, okay, we gotta alternate it then. Yeah. That's not. How? Ooh.
Alias, this is all very strange. Is there really no research group that will take you? Well, to pass this course, you must complete a paper with other researchers. I know you're a hero for fighting academic fraud, but we can't make exceptions for heroes, now can we? Maybe you should try to improve your relationship with the other researchers. Getting a reputation for being too unconventional will not stand you in good stead in the long run.
I understand.
You seem troubled.
What?
Who are you?
Ah, where are my manners? My name is Siraj.
Siraj? I've heard of you before. Do you need something from me?
The world hates people who don't fit in. I imagine you've had your fair share of trouble. After you reported Johnny for academic fraud, you were ostracized and shunned. Even your family can't understand your actions. However, I'm working on some research that will help you merge into a collective. That way, your life won't be so dolorous. How about it? Wanna have a go?
Mans was not subtle in the least about what he wanted.
What did you see?
Ilyas wasn't forced. Siraj persuaded Ilyas to join the hive.
Paimon can't believe it! He really did trick us! That giga jerk!
But, Paimon.
No, Siraj is the real giga jerk here. Ilyas is just a regular jerk.
He was being sus. But no. My boy was going through things. He was going through shit, okay? He was manipulated and taken advantage of in a very vulnerable position. He is no jerk.
Ooh, Paimon's so mad! We're gonna find him and we're gonna make him explain himself!
Paimon, I will punch you like a football. Okay, Walmart teleportation. I love whenever she gets angry, though. Actually, I don't think she's been this angry with anyone before. I don't think she's ever been this level of angry before.
You've come.
Walmart teleportation, I love. Yes. Yes, it's Walmart teleportation to me.
I intentionally slowed my integration into the collective consciousness because I wanted to see you one last time as Ilyas.
What? Huh? Wait. So I was betrayed? By my boy? Wait. No. Okay, I knew this was coming because... But... Bruh. No, we could have supported you. We offered you our friendship. I offered you my friendship. I could have supported you. I could have gotten a heater and make an exception for you. Ah! This whole quest, I thought Al-Haitham was gonna be the one who betrayed me and clowned me. But no. It was my sweet boy. The angel.
And I wanted to apologize to you as him. It was only at Gandharvaville that the second thing I must do occurred to me. Bring you all here. To throw off the Matra and bring Al-Haitham to the hive. That was my task as Siraj number 36.
That's what I'm gonna call it now whenever I use Al-Haitham. Yes. I have invaded your vernacular.
You were already Siraj number 36? But you passed the Matra's lie detector test!
It's like that case with Azula in Avatar: The Last Airbender. Because Toph is able to tell whenever anyone lies to her and such, but Azula was able to circumvent that. Because I guess if the mantra lie detector test goes along with like how typical lie detector tests work, then he was probably able to like fake his like every single one of his answers by keeping a steady heart and steady mindset. And for all we know, programming the programming as Siraj 36 probably helped too. He probably deliberately got his mind wiped and was put as a sleeper agent. That's probably what makes more sense. He was a sleeper agent, so of course it wouldn't set off a lie detector test. As a sleeper agent, he genuinely wouldn't know anything. And then it wasn't until we repeatedly did things to trigger his memory that we just set off everything.
Yes, I truly did forget many things during that time,
There
even
we
my
go.
identity and assigned responsibilities.
There we go. Sleeper agent. I got buckied.
However, it's not that I got scared and forgot. I chose to delete those memories.
What?
It's difficult to fool Al-Haitham, so I had to create the perfect guise for myself.
And the best guise is when you believe your own lies.
Correct. I only told you that the hive was incomplete because I had deleted my memories of its completion. It was finished a long time ago. Before I left, I was already living as number 36. Now, I choose to return to that identity. Only here can I be truly free. That's all I wanted to say. After I enter this room, my consciousness will merge back into the collective. And so, this is goodbye.
Is this your decision?
Yeah, the person we know is Ilyas, not Siraj number 36. The outside world is painful sometimes, but Paimon doesn't think that's a reason to run away.
Do you need more time to consider, Ilyas?
Hey, who are...
That is Siraj.
So you're that giga jerk!
Giga jerk? Huh, how bold of you. Have I done something to offend you?
You were up there. You heard the exchange. What do you think?
You...
I modified Akasha terminals to allow users to share memories and emotions. Then, I recruited researchers from the academia to build a collective consciousness. I assigned numbers to everyone and divided the experiment's tasks amongst themselves. Here, people can live easily and happily without needing to exercise complex mental thought. This is what they have chosen. All I've done is fulfill their wishes.
Yeah, Siraj got the Bluetooth connection. Yeah, look at... Man's got the VR headset. The latest in Sumeru technology. Bruh, looks so cool though. I wish we could customize our traveler. Do you know how many cool outfits and accessories we could have had if we could customize traveler? Like apart from like regional outfits that we could take on. Nah, I would be so decked out. Cause like My Hero Academia Once Justice, I think it was Once Justice. If not, it's also only applied to Once Justice 2. But you were able to customize your respective characters, and you could put the most god awful combinations. And just heap on a bunch of different like outfit accessories. Like you could have Bakugo's gauntlets and Kiroshima's headdress, and I think Midoriya's gloves. I believe you could do. You could change the costumes and stuff. It was the colors of the costumes and make them horribly clash. It was delightful. I loved that. If I could make the most god awful outfits to my traveler, I would be so happy. I would be so happy. I would love that so much. Can we have that for the SNES Naya update? I wouldn't expect it for Natlan because if the story is to be believed, we might get horses in the Natlan update. Because both Capitano and Varka are mentioned to be headed to Natlan. And Varka took the entire cavalry with him, leaving Kaya the sole cavalryman, which sucks, but on the bright side, I get to have my special boy, and Jean gets to have someone who gets shit done. But aside from that, yeah, no. It's implied that Varka took all the horses in Mondstadt to Natlan. So next update, we might get horse riding. And I'm so excited about that. Like not next update because 4.1 is still happening, but next nation, we might get horses. I've been aching for a horse riding feature. It would be so cool. I completely veered off course. What did I do? Bruh, I'm just waiting for the date quest. Spooky Mimikyu got one thing and one thing in mind, and it is Dane quests. I don't blame you. I also want Dainsliff. I need him. My husband needs to come back from the war. My husband needs to come back from the war. No, that actually is too fitting. He is fighting a war on the abyss. I can't say it jokingly like I say it about Ayato. No, Dainsliff is actually fighting a war here. Okay, I'm sorry. Siraj, you are talking about your evil scheme. You're monologuing. I'm so sorry. Actually, you know what? I'm not sorry for interrupting your monologue. You suck.
You're just trying to justify yourself!
Preach, Paimon!
Then I ask you, what's the difference between here and the outside?
People don't have their actual freedom. People are being manipulated into performing your consciousness because you're at the real head of this thing. These people have absolutely no individuality when they're stuck in your control. People aren't able to walk. There's no sunlight down here. Would you like me to go on?
There are researchers at the academia who engage in dangerous research in extreme environments while others become idle and listless.
That man rotates in my mind at maximum velocity, so of course it's the only thing on my mind. Yeah. He's like in a he'd be rotating your mind like a centrifuge. I believe that's what it is. I'm actually looking up. Yes, a centrifuge. That's how he'd be rotating your mind. Man's go spins.
People are so obsessed with collective will that even those on the fringes will attempt to fit in after suffering setbacks. Isn't that right, Ilyas? There's no need to deny this, as it is fact. It is natural for social creatures to conform. And the terminus of conformity is a collective consciousness through which even an ordinary bee colony can become a powerful swarm. Replace the bees with humans, and this model becomes even more potent.
Sir, I have a nice counterproductive point to that model. You want to know what happens when everyone works in a collective consciousness? Lemmings run off cliff!
Welcome to the hive, Al-Haitham. You once arrogantly denied the merits of this project before the Grand Sage.
Actually, you know what? There is a certain morbidly fascinating aspect to this whole thing. At least for me, but that's just because I had a really big interest in parasites when I was younger. This is reminding me of like the fungus that infects ants and makes them spread about its spores. That's what this is reminding me of. It's like Ilias's whole thing baiting us to come in here is reminiscent of that. He's a little infected ant. trying to bring us in and trying to get us involved in the whole mess. Last of Us vibes? Ooh. Oh wait, your previous message. Let Dane return from the war for like 10 minutes for his quests and give us tiniest bits of Conria lore. No, no. I don't want 10 minutes of Dane. I need like 3 hours worth of Dane. I need 3 hours worth of Dane. Please. Please, Hoyo, I need longer Dane quests. I wouldn't mind having to wait longer for the Natlan update if the Fontaine Dane quest is nice and long. Please.
A few simple words from you, and my research was consigned to nothingness. Of course, I'm well aware that you don't care about any of this. You don't care about the pain of others.
Well, there is one person's pain that he was especially receptive to the point where he sat and listened to everything he had to say, when he usually considers such things trivial and annoying, and brought him into his home, despite the fact that they had beef going on between them last they met, and continue to have beef to this day. And that's without mentioning how kind Al-Haitham was to Ilyas's entire quest. Did Siraj not see that through Ilyas this entire time? I think dude's got selective memory.
But I didn't give up. I made my thesis into reality.
When we arrived, I noticed many empty rooms in the hive.
Oh, you noticed that? Then can you guess where their inhabitants are?
We stand Al-Haitham in this house. Yes! I am sick of people mischaracterizing him as someone completely cold-hearted. Like, I will joke around about it, and have joked around about it in the stream, but dude actually cares a lot more than people let on, that people seem to catch on. Like, in the Archon quest, he was very concerned and very attentive to the fact that one of the key witnesses that would help us find the missing scholars was afraid of Sino. That she was that these people were afraid of standing out, and we needed to be more subtle and tactful about the ways we went about it, finding our information. Al-Haitham in this quest, always like making sure that Ilyas was okay, checking in with him, making sure that he really did want to remember what he did, willing to set aside time to help him remember. Like, yeah, how? The fact that he was so willing to get involved with with saving Nahida, especially. Like, yes, he got involved in the Archon quest because he wanted to protect his way of life and his calm idyllic life. But he also showed that he did care about what happened to Nahida.
The answer is the academia. They're executing another phase of the plan. The plan to install me as a sage. The collective consciousness links all of us into a single mind, showcasing our individual strengths as we work together. We are able to execute complex undertakings while instantaneously modifying our strategies in response to unexpected situations. Everything has been proceeding smoothly. You are our biggest obstacle. With you out of the way, I'll use my growing influence to turn the collective consciousness into a legitimate study.
Is he smiling? I'm looking like right up to my screen. This clown is smiling. Sir, why are you kidding Knife Cat? Sir, why are you Knife Cat?
The project will snowball until ultimately everyone will be part of my hive. No. The hive will be in control. And it will lead the academia towards a new future.
He really does have the Bluetooth connection. pretty sure. Okay, Siraj. I'm pretty sure that even if you stop Al-Haitham here, once Nahida gets word, she is going to sick the Wanderer on you. I don't think there was a way his plan was actually going to succeed in the long term.
We won't let you do this!
What can you achieve with mere words? You weren't even able to change Ilyas's mind.
I can beat the snot out of you.
Return to the hive, number 36.
He got a VR headset too!
Yes.
Wait! Don't go back! Look! There are lots of people out there worried about you. And you aren't an outcast. Aren't we your friends?
That's easy for you to say, given that you're travelers. Will you two continue to stay at the academia? When you leave, tragedy will repeat itself. Return, number 36. You know as well as I do that comforting words don't make life any easier.
For a brief moment, I thought this part here was like wires coming out of his head. And I got excited for a moment. I thought that was so cool. But no, it was just a screen. Sigh.
Ilias? Why?
You two are just as arrogant as Al-Haitham. You think that everyone should be like you and live according to their own truths. But you don't realize that most people simply want easy lives. I allowed number 36 to leave the hive without his memories only because I knew he would eventually return. This proves that I know more about human nature than you do.
So you had underlying programming still bouncing around in his skull, just merely really subdued for the moment and as he needed.
Al-Haitham, do say a word or two. I will consider them as your last.
Please, Haitham, make them funny. Please, please, please.
I made those words quite clear a year ago. The model you presented was extremely unstable. No amount of garish packaging will change its fragile nature. It can't be helped. If you were clever enough to realize those problems, then you would have been aware that the hive changed when Ilyas returned to this collective consciousness of yours.
Ooh, bro, that'd be such a cool way of showing his influence. Like wires coming out. Yeah. Yes. I would have like wires coming out of like the back of his head or the back of his neck. Like a neural connection. That would have been so sick. That would have been so sick. But this isn't that kind of game, is it?
What?
What's happening?
We introduced an anomaly into the system.
The collective needs motivation to execute its plans, just as machinery requires energy to operate. That's why you, as the Overmind, synchronized your hatred of me into the collective, prompting them to create and execute a plan to eliminate me.
So when Ilyas stopped hating Al-Haitham.
However, when Ilyas returned to the collective, his memories and emotions were shared with the rest of its members. This includes his perception of me.
Thanks for that. You know, you don't seem like such a bad person. Strange, isn't it? Why did I have those thoughts at that time?
This contradicts the hatred you had provided them, and these two differing emotions will give rise to new conflict.
So that's it. Wait, so you knew that Ilyas would return to the hive?
And you didn't tell me?
And then you pretended to keep him around just to fool Siraj. Wouldn't expect any less from you, Al-Haitham. Once the collective consciousness bugs out, we'll take that opportunity to... wait. It's back to normal already.
Oh, there goes his gambit.
Al-Haitham, I told you. You're too arrogant. Did you really think that your little scheme would be enough to destabilize the hive? Ilyas's return had indeed introduced abnormal emotions into the hive, but Such a meager drop cannot give rise to waves. Your struggle has been in vain, and it's time to end it. Allow me to show you what makes the collective consciousness so formidable.
So many monsters. Where did they come from? And something feels off about them.
I also
Haitham?
integrated monsters into the collective, though I ranked them last. Even so, they are part of it. Despite their lack of intelligence, perfect cooperation can be achieved, much like soldiers who have undergone strict training.
I swear, if there are any hilichurls a part of your collective, I am going to clobber you.
Now then, drown in endless waves of monsters. You will all pay for your ceaseless arrogance.
Hey, Al-Haitham? Your plan didn't work, so what do we do now?
Can I violence? Can I violence? Please let me violence.
I've already sent my gift to the collective. It'll take some time for the recipient to receive it.
Oh?
You two just need to brace yourselves for the nuisance in front of us.
Sure thing.
Well, alright. Paimon doesn't know how you get so confident, but we'll hold them off for as long as we can.
Dodge this!
The doctor will see you now.
Whatever. That's fine. I already know this movie. Come on. You know what? I'll get to you later.
Freeze!
Out of my way!
There we go.
Cool it!
Okay.
Oh, so sorry.
Turn.
Dodge! Break forth!
There we go. Okay. I love these stories. Little stories that appear.
Al-Haitham isn't that bad of a person.
But it has to be done. You must be eliminated so that we can evolve. Here you are. Freeze. Mind the side effects.
Get with me!
You see? That is the will of the collective. Even with the hatred gone, they continue their work. An external anomaly cannot shake the collective's stability.
It was Cat. He brought a cat in his collective. That is unforgivable. I'm gonna make you burn, though. I'm sorry.
Dodge this!
Has to be done.
What's the hurry? Here you are.
Scatter!
He won't hold out.
So pretty. Oh.
He's a lot tougher than we imagined.
Something's gone wrong at the Academia. The monster.
Don't get frostbite.
The bond is strong!
Race to the wicked!
Lightning terrified!
Come on, He will kill ya.
What's going on? What's with this sudden influx of information? Silence! As the Overmind, I command you! Dodge this!
Hold on a little bit longer. I hate the shield.
This is nothing. Mind the side effects. Cool it.
Our bond is strong.
Waste to the wicked!
Who needs Kazuha to gather your opponent?
Flicker.
So sorry. Freeze.
The doctor was
Mind the side effects.
I'm aware that Electro makes them go all the more feral. Fine.
Cool it.
Waste to the wicked!
Let's go.
Dodge this.
out of my way.
Come on, you got this. Come on, Cookie.
Deflect.
How is that possible? Why hasn't
Ah!
it been resolved yet?
Ah!
Error in our judgment?
Ow! Did he get his hands out of there?
Mine must have made an error in his judgment.
But Siraj is the most intelligent among us. He is number one. His judgment is the optimal one.
Is that true?
Shut up. Shut up, bird. Shut up.
Flames, purge. Mind the side effects.
Come on.
Flicker. Dodge this. Taking a turn for the better. Cool it.
Hostile bird. Hostile bird. I do not like Jade Cuckoo.
Flames, purge. Hellball, scatter. Mind the side effect. Oh, so sorry. Dodge this.
You're fine, dude.
Flames, purge.
Haha.
Oh,
Got
settled
it.
it.
Seems like an emergency. A bit of
Yippee!
What have you done?
Calm down. Don't you have an easy way to figure this out? You were only designated as number 36? What a shame. From what I can see, your talents merit a smaller number. Putting aside the validity of the data, it is meaningless to judge individuals based solely on their jnana energy.
What you said to Ilias has now become a memory shared by all members of the Hive.
see it now! You've channeled and amplified their selfish desires! You're trying to destroy my hive from the inside out!
Human minds are not infinitely pliable, and your hive has stretched many of them to their limit. Once your authority as Overmind starts to wane, it won't be long before your subjects snap back. Is it worth living here like a machine? Being a tool for the rest of my life? As soon as one person begins to have these thoughts, selfishness, doubt, and fear will propagate, thanks to the web of consciousness that you built. At this stage, your so-called hive has already fallen.
It's not over yet. I am the Overmind! There has to be a way!
It's too late. Once the desires of the hive accumulate, beyond a certain threshold, they will kill their king.
I wouldn't have suffered such a disgraceful defeat if I was the Overmind.
My number shouldn't be so far down in the list! Siraj is alive!
This isn't what we agreed to!
I should be the one in your position!
I honestly thought Al-Haitham was gonna, like,
hive
kill the guy.
shut down?
I actually thought Al-Haitham threw the sword to kill him. That was so badass, though. That cutscene was so badass. Oof, I love Al-Haitham. Yeah. Yeah. It's over.
What happened just now?
Members of a collective consciousness are more likely to reach a consensus because of their shared memories and emotions. For example, Ilias did have differing perceptions, but he ultimately followed the collective consciousness's judgment. However, this system is far from perfect. Based on this logic, the collective consciousness will generate an intractable diffusion effect upon encountering negative emotions.
Selfish desires.
The disturbance that Ilias caused wasn't for naught. It made the collective question the Overmind.
Setbacks in the plan further amplify doubt, which diminishes the Overmind's influence. This inevitably causes the collective to generate negative emotions.
Apprehension, disappointment, panic, avarice. These negative emotions can be very well hidden, as humans generally do not share completely transparent channels of communication. But in the hive, where there are no secrets, negativity can spread like a tidal wave. Of course, what I said to Ilias was the trigger for all of this. A few words were enough. Believe in the power of words, Siraj.
You were already thinking of a way to destroy the collective consciousness. Even back then. You knew that Ilias was the bait all along? But how did you know? Since when?
I knew it from the moment I saw him. Moreover, I never looked down on you. My opinion of you has always been objective.
And Al-Haitham didn't think to share this with us, like, as an aside, or when we were alone, or... Okay, I guess he needed us for bait, because if we never knew anything, then Ilias wouldn't suspect. Lucky you're so pretty and exceedingly efficient.
You have a naive view towards the concepts of collective consciousness and human evolution, but you are intelligent and disciplined. You would never let a test subject escape. Mistakes like that are beneath you, and you also won't leave any mistake without a resolution.
I never thought I'd hear those words come from you. But if you're saying that out of sympathy, spare me. I know very well that you've never viewed me as an equal. When you were with us, you always had a distant look in your eyes. You don't need to hide it. I know it better than anyone else. The arrogance that comes with being a genius. Nobody likes being treated like that.
Your perspective is entirely born from your habitual way of looking at things. From your perspective, you probably think I'm like you, someone who doesn't fit in. However, I've never placed myself on a pedestal. I just want to distance myself from meaningless noise and look at everything objectively. On the other hand, you have failed to come to terms with who you truly are. You care too much about winning and how others perceive you.
You mean to say that I'm the arrogant one here?
It's the autism TM Siraj. Oh my god. Yes. Yes, Spooky Mimikyu, yes.
Is that not so? Arrogant and emotionally fragile. You view people as a simple, mediocre collective, while you regard me as one of your kind.
Regardless, I have lost. You can take me back to the academia and stand trial.
You will stand trial, yes. But arresting people isn't in my job description. I'm just an ordinary staff member. I believe it is the General Mahamatra's duty to escort you away.
Huh?
Cyno? What are you doing here?
I was... I'm sorry. Oh god. I missed him. I missed him. Can you tell I missed him? Can you tell how badly I wanted to see him?
I followed the symbols. Looks like things have already been settled.
Symbols?
Symbols?
I left a similar picture in my letter to him, and I made several similar symbols on the way here.
Wait, what do you mean you left a letter? Oh, Paimon remembers! When Paimon first saw you, Arav said that you had left a letter for Cyno. So you really did know that something was up with Ilias from the start! You lied to us too!
It'd be best if you didn't spout nonsense. I never employed any mode of trickery on you.
Hmm?
By the way, I came across some information at the Academia a few days ago. If you practice the method discussed therein, your vision may improve. Do you need it?
Seriously? This guy.
Okay. Okay. You know what? I was warming up to you! No. Kave's still my number one. Kave's still my number one. Es por demás contigo, mijo. Es por demás.
By the way, Cyno, Paimon heard that Siraj sent more people to the Academia. We can't let those jerks get away!
Don't worry. The Matra have started screening suspicious persons, and we've already arrested many of Siraj's associates.
Thank you, Cyno. Thank you.
This was likely one factor that caused the Hive's consciousness to waver. Everything went as you predicted, Al-Haitham.
Good. Seems like the interesting part is already over. I'll leave the arrests to you all. See you.
And there he goes.
And off he goes. There still are a lot of test subjects here, so let's stick around for a while.
Beloved! Beloved!
Oh no. Oh no. I was involved in all these plans to get rid of the acting Grand Sage? What came over me? How could I do something like this?
Everywhere I go. Wait, I see Tepe's face.
We were accomplices without knowing it. But I'm afraid that Al-Haitham might pressure the Matra into giving us heavier sentences. Whether he's the scribe or the acting Grand Sage, we can't afford to offend him. It seems our future at the Academia will be full of uncertainties.
So that's a Sharwar scholar.
We can discuss the future later. Leaving the collective left me with a strange sense of guilt.
I think that's Taoist. That's Layla's. Everywhere we go, we see Tepe. Polio, please.
I didn't feel anything towards Al-Haitham at first,
Polio did this
since he wasn't well known. All the opinions I heard about him were negative, though. Siraj made us hate Al-Haitham, and we blindly accepted that hatred and thought of him as a bad person. From how things look, we've done a lot of irrational things.
I guess we're getting what we deserve. Could you help us apologize to Al-Haitham?
I mean, we could, but he wouldn't take them. Not because he hates you. He just won't think that's necessary.
Sure, Paimon will help you tell Al-Haitham. But whether he chooses to forgive you is up to him.
Yeah, he's probably just gonna just sweep it under the bridge because it's a lot easier to deal with than actually going through the motions and trying to convince you that he forgives you. Yeah, no, he...
It's okay. No matter what he chooses, apologizing will make us feel slightly better. If he chooses to remember this, we're prepared for our punishment.
I highly doubt he's the type.
It's time to go.
Let's go.
Can I speak with my beloved before you go, though? Can I speak with my beloved? Please.
So, were they all duped? We can ask Al-Haitham about that later.
Sweet boy. Please
Looks like I can't exist as Siraj number 36. Yet, my life as Ilyas goes on. When I was at Gandharvaville, I thought about whether I should just come forward with the truth. But I didn't have the courage then. So in the end, I lost my sense of justice, but I also wasn't able to conform.
Ilyas?
Don't be sad. I'm the one who deceived you. However, I didn't come out of this completely empty-handed. The moment the hive collapsed, an idea popped into my head.
Oh?
I realized that the collective I was always trying to fit into wasn't as powerful as I had imagined. Understanding that gave me courage somehow. Perhaps one day I could be just like Al-Haitham and not care about what anyone else thinks.
You can do it. Paimon believes in you.
Thanks. Well, I should get going. I'm one of the primary suspects in the case, so I'll have to receive my due punishment. Can you keep this a secret from my parents and my sister? I just don't want them to worry.
Of course.
Also, please apologize to Al-Haitham for me. Goodbye, you two.
All the test subjects have been taken away. I'll have my subordinates seal the place, retrieve all documentation, and destroy the system. Are you two hurt? I brought bandages and hemostatics.
We're fine.
Paimon's fine. Just a little tired.
What did you do? Al-Haitham and I were the one who did all the fighting.
Get some rest. Al-Haitham is probably waiting for you at the entrance. Go see him when you're done here.
He actually waited for us?
Watch out for any of Siraj's associates who might still be in hiding. If you encounter anything you can't take care of, come find me at the Academia.
Of course, King. Thank you.
Okay, you stay safe too, Cyno.
Bye. There he
Let's
goes.
go meet up with Al-Haitham.
They're gone. Polio, please give Cyno Story Quest Part 2. He was the very boy that drew me the most to Genshin Impact at first glance. He was the one. He was the one. Please. I want more Cyno. I need more Cyno.
The matter's settled. We can return now.
Oh wow, he actually waited for us. I thought he was just gonna ditch us and we were have to walk all the way to the academia like to find him. Or teleport there. I genuinely thought that wow.
I actually thought it would have been settled sooner. This took much longer than I expected.
So even those things can slip your parameters, huh?
Judging by your faces, it seems like you two still have some questions.
That's right. I'm quite curious.
I respect your curiosity, but I'm off the clock now, so I'm not going to field any questions.
Haitham!
Hey, we're not your colleagues!
You couldn't tell that was an excuse just now?
What? Are you kidding me? You're not leaving today until you explain what happened back at Siraj's secret base!
Come on.
See ya.
Haitham!
Hold it right there!
Are you done? Your behavior is reminding me of some other people.
Excuse you?
Stop changing the subject!
Come on.
It's too much of a hassle to explain everything from the top. You know what? Come with me.
Where to?
You'll know when we get there.
Very descriptive. That's gonna help a lot. This man makes my adoration for him fluctuate so violently. There is no doubt in my mind. This is why Kaveh is so frustrated. I reminded him of Kaveh. Are you kidding me? I'm going to bite him. Wait.
I've been waiting for you for 8.
Oh, hi, Baiju. Why is your health so low? I heckin' love him. Props to you, Spooky Mimikyu. I don't.
Is this your home?
Wait, there's food on the table and everything ready.
Yes.
Don't you smile like that. Don't you smile like that. You have some nerve.
What's with you all of a sudden? Being all polite and inviting us over?
Ah, you're back. Quick, come help me see if this painting's all straightened. Huh? Who are they?
On one hand, same. Because I too would react the very same way as Kaveh in seeing people randomly in my house. Because someone invited them over and I didn't get a notif. On the other hand, not gonna lie, wife behavior. And they were roommates. Oh my god, they were roommates.
Stop making a fuss. They're obviously guests.
Look at that smile. You seeing this? He knew Kaveh would react that way to seeing us. This was all premeditated. The smile when welcoming us and being so polite? Catching Kaveh off guard? No. This dude, he's getting his amusement out of this. He's getting his kicks out of this. We were clowned. We were clowned in his little scheme to clown Kaveh. If Paimon doesn't bring up your nasty nickname, wait, no, she has it. You know what? If Paimon doesn't come up with a nasty nickname for you, I will. I will. I will think of one. I'm thinking. I'm annoyed. I'm trying to come up with one. Sly-tongued, silver-haired artichoke. You are an artichoke to me now. Which is ironic because I love artichokes. But still! You are a little artichoke. You damn artichoke! I am not to be used in your schemes! I am not to be for your amusement! Do I look like I was here to be placed for your amusement?
You're not from the academia, are you?
No, we're not, sweet boy. I assure you, we are not from the academia.
I'm unsure she's seen you before. You're that person from that time in that one place!
Oh, sure, Paimon. That's very specific. Well done, Paimon.
Wait, what? How do you know me? Oh no, do people know that I live here?
I mean, we do. The damn artichoke over there.
What? You're embarrassed only now of all times?
He's still smiling. Except that looks a lot softer than the other ones. If these two were in a relationship, they'd literally be Sumeru's worst kept secret, and it's all because of this one. Look at that face. Stupid dumbass artichoke.
Oh, you guys are roommates!
Oh my god, they were roommates.
Yes, we are, but keep that to yourselves. Please, don't tell anyone else.
We won't, sweet boy, I promise you. We'll keep your secret.
I keep a few books on collectives and the subconscious here at home. I'll get them. You all chat in the meantime.
They would, though, yeah. Al-Haitham is literally the kind of person who would be making hard eyes and pining from afar. Mans will just be making little puppy faces as Kaveh's off doing whatever. And the moment Kaveh turns to look at him, he immediately just... Ah, yes. How do I flirt? Start a discussion. Start a fight. Let's go. And it's not even... You know what? No. It's not even Al-Haitham who picks the fights half the time. It's literally just Kaveh taking something Al-Haitham says and getting riled up about it. Al-Haitham could just, like, breathe and Kaveh would be like, are you insulting me? Honestly, though, I wouldn't blame Kaveh, though. Like, that was an exaggeration, but, like, I can see why Kaveh would think that Al-Haitham would constantly be derisive to him. Especially considering, like, they had that fight between them regarding, like, their mindsets and how Al-Haitham saw right through, like, Kaveh and brought up something that was, like, really, really sensitive to Kaveh, and Kaveh just, like, lashed out. If I remember Kaveh's character story correctly, Kaveh, I think, straight up told Al-Haitham to his face that he regretted being his friend. If I'm remembering this correctly. But for, like, Al-Haitham to have, like, heard Kaveh's troubles about his money problems and having no place to live, going out of his way to let Kaveh live in this house, which was supposed to be their research center. They were working together on this thesis when they had their big fight. And this house was the product of that research and was supposed to be their research center. It was gifted to them. But because Kaveh left the thesis and basically Al-Haitham got everything, that's why it is Al-Haitham's house. And Al-Haitham turned the research center into a house. This home was made by Al-Haitham to be a home. And after everything that happened between them, he still went and let Kaveh partake. I would even bet that the only reason he charges Kaveh rent is because Kaveh wouldn't have accepted just simply freeloading off of him. On principle.
Hey!
There he goes.
Hey! You're leaving just like that? What's the deal, Al-Haitham?
Bruh. Yeah. Yeah, no. I have so many thoughts about these two. And that's without, like, it's not even just me, though. Like, Hoyo! I mean, the Parade of Providence event was literally Al-Haitham worrying about Kaveh, Al-Haitham taking back banter with Kaveh because he realized that he riled up Kaveh a bit too much. Al-Haitham going out of his way to get information about Kaveh's father. I mean, there was that cute little bit at the end when, like, Kaveh thanked him and Al-Haitham's like, oh, you know, if you really meant it, you would have said it 3 times. That's how you know gratitude's real. Al-Haitham, Mr. Acting Grand Sage, I don't need thanks because the gratitude is pointless and useless to me. I don't need it. Wanted Kaveh to thank him 3 times. What was that about, Hoyo? Also, why the hell is Al-Haitham's Tainari line literally never once mentioning Tainari? And all about Kaveh's incident with the forest rangers and the Withering Zone. No, like, genuinely, Al-Haitham's Tainari line has no mention, actual direct mention of Tainari. Hold up, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up. I need to look at it, like, here. Okay. Al-Haitham's line about Tainari. Apparently, a lot of people think he has a bad temperament, but I don't think they're giving him a fair chance. When Kaveh built a house over the Withering Zone and created a huge mess, it ended up being a real headache for the Forest Rangers. Even so, his Forest Ranger didn't hold it against Kaveh. He even invited Kaveh to his house for a meal. So maybe it's good people like him who allow Kaveh to survive. Didn't even bother to mention Tainari by name. But no, mentions Kaveh like 3 different times there. But funny he mentions that it's people like Tainari that help, quote-unquote, help people like Kaveh to survive. And yet Al-Haitham is the one most invested in Kaveh's well-being. Like, bestie. Bro. Stomaching have feels over them? No. No. Their whole dynamic is like one of my favorite relationship dynamics between two characters. They're literally so good. That's why I love them so much.
Sorry, I know we've only just met, but I have to ask. Are you, you wouldn't happen to be actors that Al-Haitham hired to pretend to be his friends, would you?
Kaveh, please! Are you trying to tell me you really believe Al-Haitham can't make friends? Kaveh! I love you. I love you. I love you.
What?
This is why you're my favorite Dendro boy. Unlike Mr. Artichoke over there.
Guess not. I've never seen him invite friends home before, so please excuse my surprise. You guys get it, right?
You know, with his temperament and stuff.
Oh boy, do I. Oh boy, do I. This is payback for me giving you Dane and Half Danfield. Yeah. Yeah. You got me so invested in Dane and Halfdan. Just the sheer freaking fact that I spent a whole night analyzing their freaking chasm scene in 4 different languages because of you. Because of you. And I thank you for it. I thank you for it. They are everything to me and I love them. No. Whoa. Al-Haitham feels be upon you now. Just imagine me like with the Eminem meme where he's like throwing the hamster. But it's me throwing Al-Haitham at you.
But aren't you friends with him?
I wouldn't say friends exactly.
Lave, what is that smile? Lave, what is that smile? I'm not even I promise you, I'm trying my best to be impartial and not look at this through shipping goggles, but if he was upset about them not being, quote unquote, not exactly being friends, why is he smiling? Why in the hell is he smiling? What do you have to smile about?
Okay, well, we used to be, but we're not anymore.
See, there, that's more remorse. Okay.
Don't worry about it. My name is Kaveh. I'm sorry to have met you under these circumstances. Anyway, please don't say anything about me living here.
I assure you we will say nothing. I will protect you, my sweet angel. My beautiful princess, my baby girl.
You seem like you got a lot going on. So maybe Samora will make Paimon shut up.
Paimon! We will not resort to extortion upon the pretty man.
Are you serious? How could you? Of course. You're Al-Haitham's friends.
Paimon, you made him mad at us! I promise you, I am not associated with the flying emergency food. I am not associated with the flying emergency food. Man alive, Paimon, what have you done?
What? That was a normal response. You exposed your own weakness.
Still, why do you have to treat me like he does?
Judging by the deafening din coming from the living room, you all must be getting along quite well.
Al-Haitham immediately saw how badly this was turning out and came right over. No, see, I know this because if he really had gone off to just get the books, he would have just gone off and come back, given us the books, sent us on our way. No, this man wanted us to get along with Kaveh. And it worked about as well as how it would when you put 2 cats in the same room that have not been properly reintroduced to each other. Well, at least it did between Paimon and Kaveh. I was being very good. I was being very good.
Entertain your own friends, why don't you?
Okay, that just made him seem like a jilted girlfriend. What the hell?
I'll leave the books here.
Paimon's dizzy from reading. This is way too complicated. Why don't we just ask questions instead?
Clearly because he has priorities. Did you see how fast he ran after Kaveh as soon as Kaveh stormed off? Clearly he has his priority, Paimon. I don't think we're getting anything out of Al-Haitham right now.
Paimon wants to know, oh, how did you know about the collective consciousness's weakness?
A year ago,
Oh,
Siraj
okay.
presented his thesis to the Grand Sage, who offhandedly asked for my opinion. I actually responded with 2 lines of reasoning.
So for the before the cut, he went after Kaveh, and then he came right back. Okay.
The first, as I've already said, was that his research was on human evolution, a subject prohibited by the academia. The second was that I thought the direction of his research was too extreme, but his approach too conservative.
You mean there was a worse way he could have gone about it? Please do tell.
Wait, that's too conservative? He built such a large lab, gathered all those people, and even tried to get rid of you!
One way to stabilize a collective consciousness is to remove the test subject's humanity altogether. The optimal solution to achieve collective consciousness is to focus solely on the overmind and treat the other test subjects as tools.
So a completely blank slate so you can exert the will over the overmind completely. And as an extension of their being.
That's way too dangerous! You're not seriously considering that, are you? 'Cause, whew.
I'm merely stating the facts. If Siraj had done that, I would have felt his work to be just as senseless. It's impossible for any species to evolve overnight, and humans without their humanity cannot be called humans.
They're practically dolls at that point.
That's why the academia prohibited research into human evolution. Most research of this kind tends to run contrary to evolution.
I mean, yes, but also a certain extent of research into human evolution could prove interesting. Not to this drastic extent as Siraj took it, but I don't know.
Huh. Paimon gets it now.
Ha! That's rich coming from you. If humans aren't humans without their humanity, then you'll probably evolve into some other species in another decade, I wager.
Kaveh?
What about you? Are you going to devolve into a fungus?
He's smiling again. Oh. Here we go.
At least I'd be a fungus with empathy. Sorry for eavesdropping, but what happened to you guys? Are you in trouble?
Don't apologize, sweet boy.
Sort of. We encountered a strange researcher that had it out for us.
Correction, Paimon. The researcher had it out for Al-Haitham.
Are you all okay?
Yeah. To be more precise, they had it out for Al-Haitham. We just happened to be there.
Huh. So that's how things went. Such is life. If only he'd known, Al-Haitham could have stayed indoors today, and the whole thing could have been avoided, right? Plus, he could have helped me with the housework for once. See those books? They've been sitting there waiting for someone to sort through them for an age. If you're not gonna read them, tidy them away. They don't belong there.
This is literally just like watching a married couple bicker. I'm watching a married couple bicker. Oh, he actually feels bad about it. I never thought I'd see the day.
Can you feel the awkwardness in the air? I hope you're aware of your lack of conversational skills.
Oh, so the pot's calling the kettle black, is he? Well, having said all that, are you okay?
I'm doing quite well. Much better than that painting you're trying to hang on the wall.
Oh, Half-Dan. Oh, God. Half-Dan, Jesus Christ. Kaveh asked him about that at the very beginning, and only now is Al-Haitham... only now is Al-Haitham actually recognizing that.
You don't understand anything. Stop criticizing my taste in decoration.
Kaveh seems to be upset again.
Paimon can't tell which of them is more problematic. Let's just get this over with and leave.
I blame your curiosity, Paimon.
You whisper very loudly.
Oh, yeah, been told that.
Do you have any more questions?
Oh, he does want us. He wants us to leave now.
Let Paimon think. Oh, by the way, the other researchers apologize to you. They hope that you can forgive them.
I bear them no ill will. More accurately, I don't really care about what they think of me.
Called it.
To some extent, they were also fooled by Siraj. The Matra will take this into account at their trials.
Ilias also said that he wanted to tell us the truth at Gandharvaville, but he didn't have the courage. He apologized to you, too.
It doesn't matter. I never considered asking him to come forward with the truth. Judging from his experiences, he's more courageous than the average person. There's no need to lay even more criticism on him. Criticizing the brave only shows how weak you yourself are. I'm going for dinner in 10 minutes, so I'll field one last question.
Paimon doesn't have any more questions. How about you?
What were you actually interested in, Al-Haitham?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. You only started investigating with the Matra at the Academia because you were interested in something, right? But after meeting Siraj, it didn't seem like you were interested in him or his experiment.
I had no interest in him personally, but I was curious as to why so many people were willing to form a collective consciousness with him. I now understand the reason.
Something to do with the current atmosphere at the Academia, I suppose?
Correct. The fall of the sages and the shutdown of the Akasha terminals deeply affected the Academia. The fact that Siraj's project attracted so much interest despite not being approved speaks to the lack of research projects as of late. As the acting Grand Sage, I'll have to figure something out. In addition, what happened to Ilias is worth our attention. Reporting academic fraud was the right thing to do. He didn't deserve the outcome that he had received.
Paimon understands now. Oh, you're pretty serious when it comes to work, huh?
I think minimum viable seriousness is a more apt description. I'll do my best to take care of this mess until my resignation is approved.
Wait, your resignation?
Yes. I've already submitted my resignation to the Academia. Soon, I'll resign as the acting Grand Sage and go back to being its scribe.
I have to wonder if Nahida will let that pass.
I don't think Siraj knew about that. If he had waited just a few more days before acting, I would have already resigned. What he'd do then wouldn't have been any concern of mine. However, even without my input, his unstable model would have collapsed for some other reason, so it makes no difference.
But why do you want to resign?
Take a guess, Paimon.
I'm not suited to be a sage, nor do I want to be one. The official process to select the new sages is already underway, but this process is long and takes far too much time. If I serve as acting Grand Sage for too long, the position might become permanent. That would be troublesome. This job isn't something I want to spend the rest of my life doing.
You have a pretty clear direction for yourself.
It's important to keep your priorities straight. Well, it's about time. You two should grab some dinner as well.
It's important to keep your priorities straight. Camera pans to have Kaveh in the frame.
Oh, now that you say that, Paimon's kinda hungry. See ya! We're gonna grab some yummies!
Oh, that's gonna stick in my vocabulary. We're gonna grab some yummies. That's gonna stick in my vocabulary. I low-key want to bring it up when I go pick up my little sister Oreo. When I go pick up Oreo today, I low-key want to bring it up and see how badly she cringes at me. Oh god, I can just picture it. Goodbye, Al-Haitham.
See ya.
Illusions of the Mob completed. Okay. have Nahida out for a reason. Leave Al-Haytham's home? No, not yet. There's something I need. Where are they? Oh, they went over here.
The name Siraj doesn't ring a bell. Was he in your class?
He isn't someone who would leave an impression, so it's expected that you don't remember him.
I've always had a hard time appreciating the way that the academia pressures people by labeling them as geniuses. But even so, the academia can't be left to you. Or perhaps I should say that I'm delighted to see that you have a base amount of self-awareness. If the people in the academia haven't gone mad, they'd know that I'm much more suited to be a sage than you.
And I suppose they'd let everyone know that your career as a sage will be as shaky as that painting.
Again, that's mighty rich coming from someone about to resign. In a few days, you'll be managing files again. You'll be back at rock bottom.
But my salary will likely stay the same.
Wait, what? How come? Why do you get special treatment?
At least I don't have to be an architectural designer who works himself to death just to get a smile from his client.
Shut your smug pie hole.
You... I took time out of my day to clean the living room for you, and this is the thanks I get for it? I'd have been better off catching up on my work. I still have designs to finish.
Make sure to pay back the rent you owe me. I'm going to buy some furniture with that Mora.
What? Are you trying to annoy me to death? The decorations you buy keep getting uglier and uglier. What's the point of having a boring wood carving in your house?
You'll have to blame that on my financial freedom.
Fine. Go ahead and hide behind your financial success if you want. But if we forget Mora for a second, do you have anything of true value to boast about?
Oh, Kaveh, that's a low blow. Come on.
I think I'd have too many choices, to be honest. You, on the other hand, can you think of any redeeming features at all?
Artistry, for sure. You don't know the first thing about interior design. Don't go off buying random furniture unless you take me with you.
So I'll have to bring you along and then buy you drinks?
Al-Haytham, he said he didn't say anything about drinks. He didn't say anything about drinks, Al-Haytham.
Of course.
Oh, look how he lit up. That is so cute.
But why would I do that? It would just be another form of a loan, and you'd have to pay me back eventually.
Oh, Al-Haytham. Oh, Al-Haytham.
Can't you just be nice and not ask for the Mora back?
Pretending that you're not in debt is as ridiculous as pretending you're not living in someone else's home. Word will get out sooner or later.
Speaking of which, your friends won't say anything, right? Tell them to keep all this a secret.
There's no need to hide it so carefully. I think the truth's already out. You're such a lightweight that a few drinks at the tavern had you spilling all your beans.
What? No, it can't be.
Al-Haytham, you just stressed him out.
The name
Wait,
Siraj doesn't ring a bell.
He isn't someone who would leave an
I've always had a hard time
What did it say
appreciating
again?
the way that the academia pressures people by labeling them as geniuses. But even so, the academia can't be left to you. Or perhaps I should say that I'm delighted.
And I suppose they'd let it...
Again, that's...
But my salary...
Wait, what?
At least I don't have to be an architectural designer who works himself to death just to get a smile from his...
You... I took time out of my...
Make sure to pay back the rent you owe me. I'm going to buy some...
Are you trying to annoy me to...
You'll have to blame that on my financial freedom.
Please.
Fine.
I think I'd have too many choices, to be honest. You, on the other hand, can you think of any redeeming features at...
Artistry, for
So I'll have to bring you...
Of course.
But why would I do that?
Can't you just be not...
Pretending that you're...
Speaking of which, your friends won't say...
There's no need to hide...
What? No, it can't be.
Please free me. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. I'm not going to... Oyo, please add a skip dialogue button, I beg of you. Oyo, please add a skip dialogue button, I beg. Okay, sorry, Spooky Mimikyu, you had a message. I swear if they have a scene as a flashback in the Conrad chapter where it's like, Dane, keep your priorities straight, camera pants to half dinner. Bruh. Bruh. Nope, you're not going back in there. I was hoping to be able to read their minds. Alright, I'm just like running around here because I want to have like good references of the inside of Al-Haytham's home. Wait, are they both musically inclined? Oh no, that's probably Kaveh. That's probably Kaveh. Kaveh's more artistically inclined. So those things are probably Kaveh's. Books, obviously Al-Haytham's. I want to see if there's... Where are the ugly carvings that Kaveh keeps talking about? All these books. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't see why Kaveh is complaining about the books. They look perfectly in place to me. I mean, maybe it's because I share this with Al-Haytham. Like wanting to have your reading material in easy reach and stuff, but I'm pretty sure this is a really good place for the books. They're at least not scattered about like the reclining areas or about the floor or anything. They're in a nice area, easy and within reach. Like, dude could drape himself on this couch and just lazily reach over this vase to grab a book. And with his feeble wrists, though, he might snap something. Look at that thick tome. Ah! Nahida! Ah! Ah! I am caught! Oh my god. How do I get her free? Wait, how do I free her? How do I free her? Oh well, I guess I'll have to teleport out. Okay, one last look of Al-Haytham's house before we leave. Just dangerous. Oh, they're straight alright, you need to worry. Sure, sure. Keeping your priorities straight. Right. And historians will say they were besties. They were friends. Whee! I can't wait to get the Sumeru wings. Nahida will look so cute with them. I also need to build her up a hell of a lot. I need to keep her on reserve. So that was nice. I almost drove her off the edge. I'm so sorry, baby. I'm so sorry, sweet child. All wrong. I love that story quest. I love it. Does he have a part 2 by any chance? Wait! It's barely gonna hit. It's barely 12:49 where I'm at. I think... Maybe? Possibly. No. No, I'll save this. I'll save this. I'll save this. I've been streaming for like 3 hours. I'll save this. Little birdcage metaphor for her. It makes me sad.
If you're not sure what to do next, how about I take you on a walk?
Good idea. Alright. I was going to say that we can save Kave's hangout for next week, but someone's surrounded by hilly turtles? Where? Alright, sorry, Nahida.
Keep your eyes wide open.
Sorry, I owe you a fight, so let's go.
Riptide! Freeze!
Mind the side effects.
Flames, purge!
Cool it!
Why can't I aim at both sides? There we go. You again? To have met such a friendly traveler in another land. Truly, I feel like a man encountering an oasis amid an endless desert. Even my cargo has been sheltered beneath your great protection. And here I was sure they were lost. Lost for sure at the hands of these hilly turtles. Again? Seriously? Yes. These fellows are to me a nightmare inescapable. As you have seen, I am a traveling merchant from Fontaine, and all my goods are the latest and the greatest. But that is precisely why these louts always target me when I'm transporting goods. Previously, they even hid at the mouth of the main road, successfully stealing a batch of the latest apparel from Fontaine. And you know what? I saw with my very own eyes the mushroom caravan in front of me pass them by, safe and sound, right in front of their noses even. Do these churls have it in it for me or something? I mean, I'm all the way here in Sumeru now, you know? And when I had finally gotten far enough to look back at the scene of the crime, he had put all the clothes in a pile, looking to make a fire, always barbecue some meat.
Oh dear. Those burned clothes could have stored up enough to buy loads of grilled meat. Even Paimon thinks that's a huge waste.
To be honest, I cannot understand why these fellows keep chasing me as well. But thanks to you, I was able to protect my cargo this time. Ah yes, here's a token of my appreciation. Please accept it, my friend. You deserve it. Well, at least I appreciate you for giving me compensation for helping you out. What was I saying before I was consumed by violence? Ah yes, I was going to say that Kave's hangout I should reserve for next week. But as I said at the beginning of stream, or towards the beginning of the stream, SAG-AFTRA voted to contemplate the possibility of striking in regards to like video games and video game companies to demand better compensation for like their actors and everything. So as of September 26th, they would be able to definitively say if there is a strike going through or not. If that strike goes through and Hoyoverse is not one of the companies that that agreed to their terms, I will not be playing Genshin Impact next week. I'm going to keep a careful eye on the lists of like
Where I'm from,
like,
if we didn't keep moving, we'd freeze to death.
I'm sorry,
Literally.
Honey. silence. This is necessary. I will be keeping a careful list to see, like, if like a careful eye out to see if they release any lists on companies that have agreed to their terms. To make sure, like, obviously I don't like cross the picket line and like stream a game from a struck company. I will ideally be trying out a new indie game next week. Hopefully. I think it'd be a nice change of pace too, but that's what's going to be happening next week. Next week, it's very likely, unless they actually come to an agreement and everything, very likely that I will probably play a different game from Genshin Impact. So look out for that. Hopefully it won't come down to it, and hopefully the video game companies can come to like a proper agreement with SAG-AFTRA, with the union and everything. But just throwing it out there so no one is surprised. Anywho, thank you so much for tuning in to stream. I hope we had fun playing Al-Haitham's story quest. Look at him, he's so pretty.
You know, there are better ways to seek out our enemies than, well, standing here.
Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you had a great time with Al-Haitham's story quest. If all goes well, Kave hangout next week. If not, surprise new game. I will have... I don't know if I want to, like, announce it ahead of time or just, like, completely blindside what it's going to be. Alright. Thank you so much. Take care. Remember to stay hydrated. Eat a little snack if you haven't already. Take care of yourself, you know? If you've been hunched over like a little shrimp, stretch. Stretch and be kind to your spine. Otherwise it's gonna go snap, crackle, pop like my spine just did. Oh my god, ow. Stay hydrated. Take your meds if you haven't already. Get a little snack if you haven't already. If that doesn't interfere with like your meds and everything. Because I know some that you shouldn't eat for when you do that, when you take them. Either way, bye-bye for now. See you next week at the regularly scheduled time this time. I promise you I will not heckin' perish and vanish once more without warning.
This place is pretty dead. By which I mean, there's nothing to kill.
Thank you, Taru. So, thank you very much. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye now. My clowns and I will see you next week. Hopefully we'll get to see more Taru. Bye-bye. Bye.